Hi everyone, welcome to your first challenge. Okay, so this challenge will be completed in your pairs, or whoever your teacher has put you in groups in. You'll be creating a brand new game from scratch. I have created a little checklist for your teachers to hand out to you, which has everything on there that you need to know for what you need to do. So I'll just quickly read through what those things are on the checklist, and then I'm going to show you a game which covers everything on there, so you have a bit of an example of what we're expecting you to do. All right, so the first thing is the game must have a background. You're all pretty good at that now. It must have a player that moves. It must have a start and finishing point. It must have an end game or a second level, so when the player gets to the end checkpoint, it goes on to the end game, so we know that the game's finished. It must take longer than 20 seconds to complete, but less than 5 minutes. Now, if any of you are making a game that is longer than 5 minutes in the amount of time that's given, I'll be very impressed because you're very quick. I know this did not take me 5 minutes. Oh, sorry. This game does not take 5 minutes to play. Okay, so your player must have 2 ways to die, whether that be a fire, it could fall down a hole, another character could be shooting at it, whatever you choose, but minimum of 2. You can have a few if you like, as long as there's a way to finish the game. So you make sure of that. Okay, now then there is 3 extra challenges. So all those things you might be quite comfortable with, but these 3 new things you probably won't be. So this is the challenging part. The first one is your game must have a reflection, and it has a reflection of the blocks that you've used. So for instance, if you were to have 4 blocks on one side, you must have a reflection, so 4 blocks on the other side. However, I don't want you to only use 4 blocks. I want you to use a minimum of 50 or a maximum of 100 and give it a different shape, a different style. Make gaps, do whatever you like. I'm going to show you an example, but be creative with this one. All right, the second thing is the game must have the same object of your choice. So you may pick, I think I've chose a star, but you can pick anything. Now this object you need to have 4 times in your game, and it must appear in the same translation. Now what that means, if you had a star on one point and you move that star across 4 and up 1, the next star must be the same. Across 4 and up 1. Next one, across 4 and up 1. And you're doing this 4 times. But don't do across 4 and up 1. It's very simple. But do something else, be creative, but make sure your character can still get around that object that you're placing. Your teacher will be coming around throughout the lesson and just making sure you're okay and checking up on these things. Now, the third and final thing is a story point. So you're going to create one of those, I think we did it in the first lesson, the story point where there's a message and it tells the character whatever you'd like for it to read. And you can put this story point wherever you like. Now, wherever you put it though, you must give your character a map of how he got there. So if the storyboard is 20 blocks away, going 10 down, 10 across, you'll say, congratulations, you've reached the story point. You have travelled 10 steps south, 10 steps east. So then the character knows. So make sure that you don't put it in a too hard spot and you're going north 1, east, south, and you're just doing too many, because it'll be very hard to catch up. But challenge yourself if you like, you can do that. So they're the 3 extra things that you'll be doing on top of everything you should know how to do. Once you've created this game, you will be challenging another pair or another group or another person in your class so they can have a try at your game. So what I've gone and done is created my own example game of this, and it covers everything on that checklist that you'll be handed out. So I will start playing it now. I must admit I have died a couple of times on my own game, but I found it so much fun to make. All right, so here you see my character. I've just chosen the character that came in the pack because I didn't want to waste time making another one. Got some coins. You don't need to use coins, but I like them. Fire, better jump over that or I'll turn into a skeleton. All right. Now, here you will see a couple of the things that were on the checklist. So the first thing was reflection. If I travel down a little bit, you can kind of see a reflection here. You can see that coin there on the right-hand side of my character and on the other side. Now they are symmetrical and there is a reflection. At the bottom, there's the 2 coins there. I can't, like, down there. That's symmetrical. And as I move across, you will also see the block that I'm standing on is the same on the other side. Now, the 4 items of translation, I picked a very easy star up here. There's 1, I've got it, 2, 3, 4. However, that's very simple. You can make yours a lot harder than that. Now, here is my story point, sorry. It says, well done for reaching me. You have travelled north 4, south 10, east 15, west 1, south 1, north 10, and east 2. So that's what you'll be doing in yours. So it's got a little bit of a history of where you've travelled. Now, I don't really want to go down and try and get those coins because I'm scared that I might fall down. So let me keep going. Now, I get to this door. Oh, sorry, what I had done was, see that level at the top there? You have to move, you have to press the space button on that and then the door opens. It did work originally. I must have accidentally deleted a code. But anyways, that was going to be the point of that. Now, get that coin. Oh, see, I touched those, the little thing that moves you back to the front or the beginning of the game again. Oh no, that's annoying. Well, now I can go get those coins, and now I also know. Oh no, I did it again. All right. Anyways, you see the point. It does get all the way back to here at the bottom. Climb back up. Jump over this skeleton. Oh no! I died again. All right, I'll do the cheater's way again. See, it's a lot of fun. There's so many different challenges. There we go. And then end game. So it was probably a bad example. I know you can all do a lot better than me with that. With the door thing, I believe, let me just get out of this and let's just play around with that because that did work originally and I would love for you guys to be able to use something like that. So let me see if I can fix it while we're on this video. So it was here. Now, I think that's in my coin layer. So it's got a purple code, and that's got a purple code. Maybe, I'm not sure why that's not working. You'll have to play around with it, but you just go into this code section. And I went down to a switch. And then, that's the teleporter that I was saying up there before. So that should have a green code. And the blue is for the coins. But anyways, play around with it. It's so fun. You can just move things across and make things work, and that's really good. So this is your challenge for today. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you all do. Thank you.